Hi, guys. Welcome to the Daisy Diaries podcast. I am so excited for this first episode. I wanted to create a podcast where my guests feel comfortable enough to be vulnerable, to share their stories, to fill their chapter with whatever they want to. I essentially want each episode to feel like a chapter in a diary, very intimate and vulnerable, and for people to kind of just get to hear another side of some of your favorite people out there. For those listening, I am actually here with my two lovely sisters.
Hi,
Hello,
guys.
this is Daphne.
I'm Nicole.
And we are actually currently in Houston.
Yes, ma'am.
The holidays are here and it is about to get so freaking cold in Texas.
Yeah.
It was so, the weather was so nice today in the morning. And then whenever we left the house again, it was.
The weather in Texas in general is just so bipolar.
It is.
But
Yeah,
I love
it
living
is.
here. So, before we jump into the episode, because we actually have a lot to discuss on today's episode, we're going to be talking about family betrayal. We're going to be talking about daddy issues, love, and much more. And there's also an elephant in the room that we need to address.
Yes.
But we will get into that a little bit later. For those who don't know, we are all sisters. We share the same dad, but different moms.
My dad has really strong genes.
Yeah.
Very.
Some people even think that my mom is y'all's moms.
Yeah, and vice versa.
Yeah.
But
But there's actually 5 of us. I am the eldest, and Camilo is the youngest. He's the only
Yes.
brother, and he is stuck with 4 sisters. We do have another sister. She's not here. She currently lives in California. And I think that's the elephant in the room that I just want to get it out the way because I feel like every single time that we link up or we post or anything that we do, we always get asked, where is Destiny?
Where's Destiny?
Where's your sister? And we never address it. Well,
We always avoid the question.
we always avoid the question. I always avoid the question, honestly, because I don't like to put my family business out there. But unfortunately, my sister did go on Instagram Live and throw dirt on my name and speak ill of me. And so I wanted to kind of just say why I do not have a relationship with my sister. I do not talk to her. It's been over a year now. And because she went and put me on blast or whatever you want to say, I just kind of want to say my side or my
Yeah, I feel we all have our side of the story.
yeah, I do want to say my relationship is completely different than their relationship. Like I feel like we all individually have a different relationship with her. I grew up very close to her. I don't think you guys really
no.
talk to her that much, huh?
No,
think
nomás
we,
nos
like,
fue
saw
a
her maybe,
visitar
like,
como una vez
twice.
cuando estábamos chiquitos.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there was
that
one
was
time
it.
that she visited.
I was
Dallas.
I was really little though.
Yeah,
I don't even remember.
I still remember that time y'all took us to get like cupcakes or something.
I don't remember.
It was in,
I don't
in
remember
your
that.
Little buggy. Your little buggy.
Oh my god, I do remember that car. Well, I actually grew up very, very close to her. That was my best friend. She was my rock, my literally everything. I feel like because her and I didn't grow up with dad, it made us like closer. But over the years, as you get older, I feel like as sisters, you just really put your foot down and you guys don't see eye to eye in a lot of things. I feel like that's even happened with you guys where you guys don't see eye to eye in a lot of things and y'all maybe argue or disagree, or I think that's just like a given in any sister sibling
Yeah.
relationship.
Así estoy con Daphne.
Yeah, I feel like you guys argue a lot. Not as much anymore. But
Well, because she's not at home most of the time.
actually, yeah, you're right. You're always working or with your
Yeah.
friends. But recently, her and I just weren't seeing eye to eye in a lot of things, and it just caused a really big wedge in her and I's relationship and other third parties getting involved, and it just got very toxic. And what kind of broke the camel's back was the Mexico incident, and I'm just going to tell the story, because I also feel like any single time that someone says anything negative about me on social media, I completely ignore it and I never address it. Like, I'm just so good at just moving forward. I just don't feel the need to ever explain myself to anyone. But I think it's very unfair that my sister went online and spoke about me as if I'm this horrible person, when that is far from the truth. And I think I was more in shock because she was acting like she cut me off when I'm the one that cut her off. So I was just like, I didn't want to go and like address it on live or on TikTok or whatever it is. So I'm very glad that I'm just going to just talk about it on the podcast. But basically, for those that don't know, I was granted advance parole, which means that I am able to go to Mexico for a limited amount of time. And I, like, under some restrictions. And I was so excited. I remember I telling you guys, I was crying, and it was like such a huge moment for not only me, but like for my family. Like, everyone was just so happy. And, you know, at the time, my sister had just gotten out of a very long-term relationship, and I obviously wanted to, we all were there for her, you know.
Yeah,
we all, you know, were there to support her, to be there for her. And because she's more familiar with Mexico, I was like, oh my gosh, I think this is like meant to be. You know, you just got out of a relationship. I'm going to Mexico for the first time in I don't know how many years. I think the last time I was there was when I was like 9. So I don't know the difference. I'm not doing the math right now.
I'm like, okay.
I'm like, you guys are doing that. But basically, she said yes, and you know, she asked her grandparents to pick us up, and because, you know, she was getting back on her feet, I told her that I would take care of everything, and my mom also helped her out. So we were like, you have support all around you, you know. I just want you to come to Mexico, get distracted, you know, we'll have some sissy time. I was so excited because I was like, this is what's going to bring us close again. Yeah. And I was super excited, and the day comes, and we were both in California. So from California, we were going to fly to Texas, from Texas to Mexico, and then from Mexico, I was going to go back to Dallas, and she was going to go back to California to kind of just figure out what she wanted to do with her life. And it's hours before the flight, and I'm texting her because I'm like, hey, like, what time do you want to go to the airport? Like, we should get there at the same time, because she lives in Oxnard and I was staying in like Hollywood or something, I don't know. And she's not answering, and I'm like,
That's weird,
you know. But I still like had hope. Like, it didn't cross my mind not one time that like anything was gonna stop this trip from happening. And then I'm like, okay, like, I'm gonna wait, and I'm like still like super naive about the whole situation. And then Daphne's like, what did you say?
That she was back.
Yeah, but how did you find that out?
Because she had called me on FaceTime.
Oh.
and he was there.
Yeah, so I was like, oh. And then I was like, I need to tell Daisy.
That's crazy.
I just remember Daphne telling me, like, I think she's back with him, and I'm like, no.
She wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I'm like, she wouldn't do that. I'm like, what do you mean? And then finally, I'm like blowing her up, and then she's like, I can't go anymore. And as soon as she sent that text, my heart dropped to the floor, because I was like, oh my God, there is no way she is doing this an hour, 2 hours before the flight. Like, it's so last minute. Now I don't have anyone to go with. And I remember I had a full on panic attack. It was so bad. I had to call my mom. Like, nobody was able to calm me down. And my mom was just like, it's okay. Like, we'll figure it out. Like, just come back. Like, we'll figure it out. And I was just so heartbroken, because I'm like, she knew how much this meant to me, and she just didn't give a fuck. And I was just like, how could somebody be so selfish and kind of heartless? Because everyone knows how much this meant to me, and for her to kind of risk that, or just like take some of the joy away, I just couldn't believe it, especially coming from her. And so I just remember I was like, you know what, let me shut off my emotions. And it's like I turned off this switch, and I sent her this very I wouldn't
straight up,
I like a very blunt message, but I'm very good with my words. Like, I don't yell. I don't get loud when I'm angry. I will just literally hurt you with my words. And I said some really hurtful things that I knew were going to hit her right where they hurt. because and like it sucks that I had to get to that level, but I'm like, I think I just told her something like, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, just like wasting people's time and just like thinking that you can hurt people and like that it's okay. And I then blocked her on everything, and I was just so sad the whole trip back home. I get home, I just remember I fell into the arms of my mom, and I was like, I can't believe she did this to me. And I was just very upset, but I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna let it take away from this moment. And so last minute I ended up asking one of my cousins if she like, good thing that she was free, but I was like, hey, like, are you down to come to Mexico with me for 2 weeks? Like, you know, just don't worry about it. And I feel so bad for her because we put all this pressure on her, and then she was able to come. But the whole Mexico trip turned out so beautifully. But I'm not gonna lie, like the whole time I was thinking about it, like, damn, like I could have been here with Destiny. Like she would have loved this so much. And I'm like, oh, Nani would have loved this and that. And then I was just like, I knew that it was gonna hit me once I came back. So as soon as I came back, it was like, well, I think that literally that whole situation is what made me want to wipe my hands clean. And I was like, I want absolutely nothing to do with her. I'm just going to move forward. I don't want to keep wasting my time, because it's happened multiple times where, you know, it would be on and off, and then we were there, and then it just was such a toxic cycle for everyone.
How do you feel that your own like sister chose him? Well, yeah, him over you, and knowing that like this was really important to you?
I think that she, out of everyone in my life, like out of all the heartbreaks that I've been through, I think she broke my heart the most. Like that really, really hurt, because if I had to choose between anyone or my sisters, like you guys know I'm such a ride or die that I would drop anything if it meant that I would have her in my life.
Yeah, true.
So I just think that's why I was so heartbroken, because I'm like, I can't believe that she would do that to me.
Te pegó donde más te dolía.
It just literally just felt like she grabbed the biggest knife ever and just stabbed me in the back and didn't think about it. And
I think it is crazy because like escogió a un hombre y te ha conocido más a ti que a él.
But I will say, when you are in a relationship where you're so codependent on them, it is very hard to try to leave when all you've known is that person. And you know, and I know her. I know that she has been through a lot. I know that she's been damaged, and to her that's like her world. So for her to like step away and be thrown into the real world without this person, she was probably scared. Yeah. And I did try to tell her, like, it is scary. You know, like, you are going to cry. You are going to be heartbroken. Like, you are going to go through all these emotions. But I told her, I was like, I am here to guide you, to be there for you. And I told her, I was like, my house is your house. I'm like, don't worry about money. Don't worry about anything. Like, I literally I stopped everything I was doing as soon as she left that relationship. And I was like, I am here for you. But I think, I don't know, maybe she just felt super weak at some point, and that's when she decided to go back to what was familiar. So looking back at it now, I'm able to see why she would go back, because we all do tend to go back to what's familiar, us going back to an ex, or us listening to music that makes us feel some type of feeling. I think she was just feeling very vulnerable, and nobody likes to feel vulnerable, and she went back. The shitty thing is that we all told her, if you go back to him, you're gonna lose us. And that's exactly, well, like I said, my relationship with her is different, but I told her, like, if you go back to him, like, you're gonna lose me. And I really thought that would have, like, maybe put some sense to her, being like, you know what, I think my family's worth more than, but I mean, to each their own. And I guess I just wasn't as important. So I mean, I can't take it personal anymore. All I can do is forgive her for what happened and move on. But I think her going on social media and crying and saying that I deserve all these horrible things and that I'm this horrible person, it's like, why have you convinced yourself that I'm your enemy when I am the only person out of everyone in your life that genuinely tried to give you everything and more? So I think that's the other reason why I was so upset when she went on live and I called you guys crying hysterically, because I'm like,
you called me, you're like, Nicole, like, you need to text her, you need to tell her, like, to calm down something.
I literally was just like, oh my God, like, I cannot believe that although she stabbed me in the back, she went and stabbed me in the exact same wound. And I was just like, I think at first I was filled with rage. I was pissed the fuck off. I was crying out of anger, honestly. Mm-hmm. And I genuinely, like, I was wishing the worst for her, but I think it was just in the moment, you know, in the moment. But like now that we're here and it's been months later, I'm just like, again, she's a very damaged person, and like I don't know what made her do that. But like I don't gain anything out of holding a grudge. I gain absolutely nothing. It takes power away from me. I like to be in control of my life and my emotions. So literally all I can do is just forgive and move on. But
yeah, I get you.
I don't know where you guys stand with her now. You guys just kind of told me.
Yeah, well, ever since we went to this little event over there in California, this time we're just gonna be doing ourselves, you know?
I think, and I want to make this clear, this trip, we were going for a friend's birthday, and we all got invited. So I was like, you know what? I think this will be a cool, fun trip. And I surprised the girls with a Disney trip. So we literally, the day that we got there, we just went out to eat, went to Disneyland, and we went to the party, and then we went back home. It was like a super fast trip. I don't think you guys ever thought about like, oh, let's go visit Destiny, because it wasn't like a long week trip, or like if you guys were gonna have time.
Yeah, we were only there for like 3 days.
I think that she just took it personal, and anytime that, you know, she sees all three of us hanging out, she feels some type of way. So I think maybe she was upset that you guys didn't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure we all like been in her shoes. Who wouldn't want to be like that, you know? Like she feels left out, but she knows the reasons why. So
I do also want to say, like, every single time we would do something, we would invite her, and this is like years on top of years where we would invite her to places and she would make up excuses or whatever the case was. So I think this time you guys just didn't reach out, and I think that's what upset her. I don't know what.
I don't know. I just remember out this one time where we did invite her to the Maya Lagoon thing flyer.
Yeah.
She said she was gonna come, and then towards the end she just didn't.
Oh yeah, it was like the same.
It was the
day
same
or day
thing.
before.
It's just the same.
It's
just the same behavior multiple times. I guess that it just got repetitive.
It was a yes, and then towards the end she was like, "I'm not going no more."
I feel like for me, it's like a on and off relationship, like a toxic
on and off relationship.
Yeah, I feel like I'm always probably the one saying sorry, which if you know me,
she doesn't even say sorry to us.
I know.
So I feel like I always try to be there, like for her, and also like me doing Canva and all that. I was like, okay, like I want to get closer to her because, you know, like if something happened, I would be like, damn, Daphne, like at least you could have done something.
Oh,
so
like the birthday thing. That's why you said that, no? Do you want to talk about the birthday text?
So, you know, I was like, I'm gonna tell happy birthday because, you know, like it still feels nice having a happy birthday. Well, no, I sent it and didn't deliver. So I was like, damn, she blocked me. And I tried on TikTok and messages, and I mean,
this was after the story time for those listening. So when Nicole came out with the story time on TikTok saying why she was grounded, and then we made our story time, and then she made her, this was like, even after all the Mexico and the TikTok drama, we still put our pride aside, Daphne and I, and we told her happy birthday, and she literally basically was just like, fuck you, and then she just thanked Nicole.
Yeah, and she didn't tell me happy birthday. I'm still kind of...
Oh, she didn't tell you.
But anyways,
okay.
Yeah, after that happened in the thing, like me and her talked again, and I was like, hey, like, you know, and then we followed each other again, you know how it goes. And we both talked about the incident, about the live, and we were good. Like, me and her were good. Everything normal. And then the California trip, I noticed that she unfollowed me, and I was like, I wonder why. So I asked her, and she sent me a whole Bible, and I was just so confused. I'm like, what did I do? I'm like, what did we
didn't even do anything.
So I was just like, I'm like, here we go again. Like, that's how I am. Like, here we go again.
Así es también como yo me siento, because it's like a follow and then unfollow. Follow and then unfollow.
I definitely think that there's just a lot of built up emotions on her end and probably on our end, and we would just need to all sit down together and talk as sisters. But I think that there has been so much damage done, I think, between me and her. I feel like you guys would be like,
it's just like, yeah, like on and off, like maybe, like, who knows, in 2 months we'll be good again. Or
but that is how siblings are. Like, you sometimes fight and you make up. But I think you guys, will for sure make up in no time. I think me and her definitely just need to sit down and like really, really have a deep conversation. And
but I feel like
that is why we don't ever address it, because it goes
from way far,
way back, years back, and it's not just a simple like, oh. But I just wanted to address the elephant in the room.
I still love her.
Yeah, we still love her a lot.
Like,
I know she's probably watching this, and like we will always accept her with open arms. I would be willing to talk to her if she's willing to talk. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. It's
con el tiempo.
It's very difficult, but at the end of the day, we love each other regardless, and we wish nothing but the best for her.
Yes.
Having said that, do you guys, because her and I didn't grow up with dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like her and I struggled more picking the right men because we didn't have that example. Do you guys feel like, although you grew up with dad, did growing up with him change the way you choose men in relationships, or no?
Honestly, I just have bad luck, so I don't even want to talk about guys right now.
You're talking about bad luck with men. I have bad luck too.
Got you. Like, no, it's just like, but this is how I see it. Like, if I'm going to start talking with someone, like,
oh wait, I do want to say Nicole is single.
I am single, and I am not ready to mingle.
You're not ready
after 2 years.
No, I'm looking for the. And I'm just saying, no, but like I just, porque a mí me gustan los que like that we have the same music taste. Like if I'm gonna bring him around,
you guys share the same similarities, like the same. I said the same.
Similarities.
The same similarities.
Yeah.
Same interests. I mean.
Y como que, like my dad, he's very
judgmental.
Yeah, like he is.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, do you think that? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Do you think that dad being emotionally unavailable or judgmental has affected the way that you choose men?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I can say all the times, like whenever he has seen like one of like my talking stages, he'll be like, "Damn, Nicole!" Like every time you just go down and down and down. I'm like, "Oh, okay."
I don't think you understand the question.
No, yeah, I do understand. I'm just. I'm getting there.
Okay, girl.
I'm see where she answers the questions. Like, you know, when they tell you in a test, they're like, "Oh, how do you do this?" Nicole says everything except.
Okay, do you want to answer the question?
A ver tú.
Yeah, I feel like it did for a while. Like, I wouldn't say like I'm cold-hearted, but
you kind of. You're not cold-hearted, but you're emotionally unavailable. Exactly like that.
Yeah, and I feel like I was like that for like.
You're still like that.
No, I changed
Daphne,
a lot.
No,
I'm more affectionate, not towards y'all, but
well, goddamn.
like we don't have what
we want that affection, girl.
So I feel like I was like that for like you know, like other relationships. I was very cold-hearted. I would treat them kind of like
you would treat them like.
No, I wouldn't. I was just very like don't touch me, like, you know.
Yeah, you were just very.
And you would just come back home and be like, I just don't want him touching me. Like,
you are such a like, pero por qué? Like,
well, that's how
is it because we didn't? Well, I guess because we didn't grow up with an affectionate
so with my relationship right now, like obviously him and his family are like the opposite. They're like very loving, affectionate, and I've been with him for like almost 2 years, so I feel like that's what changed me too. And I'm like,
that's nice.
Okay.
So I feel like. I'm different now because I'm like open to it now.
I have seen a huge change in you being a little bit more affectionate. Except for last night, I asked if I could sleep on her bed, and she said no, and she kicked me out, and she threw me into Nicole's room.
I was honestly surprised she put me in her close friends.
Yeah, you're welcome.
What haven't
You're
seen
in her
you sharing?
close friends?
Yes.
Oh, and you shared
it in there.
Oh wow.
You need to start sharing that location too.
Oh yeah, yesterday
Baby
because
steps.
she kicked me out and I was like, you know, Nicole and I are just laying down in bed, and I kind of like peep over at her phone, and she's like, I just see Daphne and share and I was like, are you sharing locations with Daphne? She's like, yeah, I think we're at that stage again. And I was like, oh my god! I was like, that's so exciting.
me and her, we haven't really, you know, argued.
Yeah.
So I know the word argued.
I think because you guys grew up together, and lived under the same household,
Parecemos
like
perros y gatos, en serio.
yeah, you guys would just always yell at each other. But I will say, you know what I genuinely loved that made my heart warm a little bit is that when dad was coming at her for not eating yesterday, and you were like, hey, like, be nice.
I know, they both looked at me like, are you okay? And I was just like, let me just
Dude,
eat
yes,
my food.
because like it's like I walk down the stairs and my mom looks at me up and down, and my dad too. He's like, ¿Por qué no estás comiendo? So like my mom saying that, and then my dad, and I'm just over here like,
You had just woken up.
Yeah, and then Daphne was like, everybody be nice, everybody be nice.
Good job,
I was
sissy.
just there like, shit.
Good job, sis.
I barely woke
My
up.
dad gave me that look, and I was like, I can give it to you back.
Yeah, good job, sis. Yeah, it's because our dad could be very harsh with his words, and he's very blunt. I think I got that from him.
Yeah, but we've learned to be like that with him too, so he gets his.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
gets a little
he gets
bit.
his little medicine.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I think we were dad's karma having 4 girls.
Yeah, no, God was like,
He kept trying for a boy, and he's like, you'll get one on the 5th one.
No, but whenever Daphne said that, and then we were still there eating, he looked at me. He's like, "Pues si quieres, cómete un pan." I was just like, "Oh my god!" I guess he just regretted him saying that to me. He's like, "Ahí hay pan si quieres." I was like, "No."
I think it's because I just think he shows tough love, but I think sometimes it just gets a little too tough. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
what about you? Do you think dad?
Affected?
Yeah, you're
110,000%. That's why I'm still single right now. No, I will say that oh my gosh, you know what I noticed?
What?
Because you know the guy that I kept always going back to, the recent one? You know,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I literally was on the plane and I was like, why do I keep going back to him? Like, he's never done anything romantic for me. All he's ever done was like make me feel bad about myself, made me cry, like judged me, like always put me down. And then as I started naming all the negatives, a light bulb went off and I was like, oh my God, he's just like dad. And I was like, oh my God, you are literally trauma bonding to this man because he reminds you of dad. So like growing up, I always wanted validation from dad. I always wanted to make him proud, or, you know, just have like oh my God, yes, mija, like just a proud moment. And I never could get that. So I always seeked for validation from a man when I was very little. So I think that kind of like crept into my teenage and adulthood years. I thought I had fixed my daddy issues, okay? But I guess I didn't, because I kept going back to him, and all you guys would be like, oh my God, like him again, like you said you were and I was like, I don't know why, but it was because I was chasing that validation from him as well. Like he just didn't want to, and I don't know,
Es el primero, ¿verdad? Like he's been the first one that he has made you feel like that.
yeah, and I'm just like, you know, like
so that got you more attached.
I think that's why I got more attached. But it's so crazy because at first when I went into this thinking I honestly didn't think that it was going to get that serious, but I was super confident, and like, you know, he would compliment me and like it was just super good. But I think once like we started to get closer and like his true colors started showing, he would like, you know, make me feel very small. And then there I was like looking and like seeking that validation from him. And then it wasn't until finally when that light bulb clicked, I don't know what the last message is. It was something around the lines of like, do you miss me? And I was like, yes. And then he's like, well, I don't think this is gonna work out. And I was just like, what do you, like, he just would constantly confuse me. And he would never, like, if I asked him a question, he would never tell me yes or no. He was just always confusing me. And these are like narcissistic characteristics. But I just finally had it. And I was like, you know what? You're fucking right. This is never going to work out. I was like, I wish you the best. Like, leave me the fuck alone. And then I finally blocked him. And
I remember this happening. You were in the back seat and me and Daphne were in the front seat.
Yeah. And I was like, you guys, I think I'm blocking him. But you guys, at that point, I had blocked him so many times that you guys were like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. So I was like, okay.
I'm over here listening to my
5 minutes
karaoke.
later, unblock.
But yeah, no, I definitely think that it made me realize, I'm like, oh my God, I'm 26 and I'm very glad that I caught myself though. I was like, oh my God, you're still kind of like, I think me closing that toxic whatever it was, I was like, okay, I think that definitely helped me heal some part of the daddy
That's
issues.
how I was feeling too.
I will say I'm very proud of you for, you know, ending your relationship and putting yourself first.
Yeah.
We're-
Honestly,
we're very proud of it. Say it. You have to say that.
Yeah, I said yeah.
No, you
I
say that you're
honestly,
proud.
I honestly
it.
thought,
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
She whispers it. She's like,
I honestly thought I was never gonna be the first one to break up with him.
oh, you were. Yeah, I didn't think so
I-
either. You were
I
just so
thought
attached.
like, yo siempre me ponía a pensar y yo como que, oh, él va a ser el primero que, like, that he's gonna tell me, oh, I'm breaking up with you. But I just had enough. Like,
The California trip helped.
the California trip helped me a lot. I was not on my phone. I was not worried on texting him or calling him or whatever. Like, I was just with you guys, and you guys were just helping me and like giving me a lot of advice. And
I think once he like started to rain on your parade and make you feel bad, that's when you were like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not even doing anything.
exactly. And it's just like he knew the reason why I was going over there, and for him to be like, all right, so you want to go be a little
Wait,
or
no,
stuff like
actually
that.
say exactly what he said, because then I was like, what the fuck do me and Daphne got to do with this?
So he's like, so I can't go to parties, but you can. But your excuse is like, you can go to parties to meet new people. Like, if you want to go be a little hoe, then go ahead. Like, and then he was like, you're probably dressed up as one, knowing your sisters. And I was like, at this point, you're just disrespecting my sisters. Like,
Yeah,
like,
always me.
I've never, ever, I will never disrespect your family. And he just did not care. Like, that was just an ugly ick. Like, I just hated that.
But he says that to Nicole and not like in person.
Yeah, he would never say that because he was scared of us. But yeah.
And I just remember telling Daisy and Daphne, like, oh, I'm single. Like, I broke up with him.
I couldn't believe it at first, but then once, like, I was honestly a little bit scared though when you told me that, because I'm like, fuck, like the last time that she was single, you know, you really went through it.
Yeah, I
think
did.
that's the lowest of the lowest I had ever seen you, and it's very terrifying to see somebody down that bad, because they're capable of doing anything, you know, like you get these scary dark thoughts in your head.
Yeah.
You know, and it does suck. I think heartbreaks suck, man. They fucking suck, and you can never prepare for them. Some suck more than others. Yeah. And I remember when Daphne was going through a heartbreak. First of all, okay, I was like doing jumping jacks or something. I was like in my own little world, and she calls me and I answer and she's crying. I was like, oh, it's one of those. I was so in shock that cause she never cries. So I was like, oh, this is serious. I was like, everybody shut the fuck up. Like, my sister Daphne's crying. So when she was going through it, I felt genuinely so bad, but I told her, I was like, sis, I was like, this is not the first heartbreak you're going to go through. You're so young. You're going to go through so many more heartbreaks. Like, it's not the end of the world. Does it suck? Yes. Are you going to be sad? Yes. Are you going to cry? Yes. But it's going to get better with time. And the good thing, I was like, you have Nicole, you have me. Like, you know, if you want to come to Dallas, if you want to go on a trip, like, let's do it. You know, any single time that you guys feel sad or down, and I've told Daphne this too, like, I will never fail you guys, and I would never let you guys be down there, and I don't reach out and like help you guys out.
I love that about you. Yeah.
Thank you, sis.
For anyone that doesn't have siblings like that, I feel bad for you.
That was such a like.
I do.
Well, no,
I do.
I
Because,
understand.
like,
I understand how you meant. I think it might have came off a little bit weird. But I
I'm
understand
sorry.
You're like, I'm sorry to the people.
I'm sorry.
You're like, I'm
if
sorry
it
to the
came
only
out
children.
What?
I get what Nicole was trying to say is that she feels bad for people that don't have siblings, because sibling love is so genuine when you have it.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
She's like, I'm sorry.
Es que a veces no me salen las cosas bien.
No, sí sabemos, hermana. You know what's really cool is that you have most of your memories with your siblings.
Yeah.
Like, our childhood was so much fun. I enjoyed our childhood, and even the memories that we're going to create now, and even this weekend. Oh my gosh, we actually are going to Chicago this weekend. Va a estar a 10 grados.
Yeah,
Va a estar nevando allá. Es
I
como
hate the
que,
cold.
what are we even going to wear? Who wears something when it's 10 degrees outside?
I just don't know how people party over there, but I guess everyone's used to it. But we're actually, by the time this comes out, we would have already hosted it, but we're hosting a club. Daphne and I are hosting a club. And then it's because it's 18 and over. I was like, oh my gosh, like let's invite Nicole. So
I'm the special
Nicole's getting flown out like a city girl per
period.
And we're gonna go to Chicago, and then for Daphne's birthday, we're actually gonna go to Puerto Rico.
I know. I'm
Ya estamos
excited.
listas.
22.
Oh my God, the men in Puerto Rico are so fine. And then they're like, "Oye, mami," and I'm like, "What did you say?" I start like purring. I'm like,
Oh no.
you guys are gonna see a different side of me.
I think I've seen all the sides already. I'm like, I wonder what other side I'm gonna see.
Girl.
I just love Puerto Rico. I love the island. I love the people. I love the culture. It's just, I got so excited. I don't even think I asked you guys. I was like, oh my God, you guys, it would be so much fun if we go to Puerto Rico. And as soon as one of you guys said yes, I booked the flights without even asking you guys.
I said, oh my God, yes.
And then I was like, okay, Daphne, here's the flight. And Daphne was just kind of like, And I was like, I don't care what you say. I'm dragging you to Puerto Rico, and we're going to Puerto Rico. I think life is really about making memories and traveling while we're young. You know, we don't have kids, because as soon as one of us has kids or we get older, like it just gets so complicated. And obviously, like, you know, all of us cousins were so close when we were younger, and now as soon as everyone started having babies, it's like it's so difficult for us to get together because of the kids
are
are like
care of my baby and stuff.
Yeah, like so I'm very blessed to be financially stable, that I'm just like booking the flights and we are going.
Yeah.
Daphne's like, how much? And I was like, you don't worry about it. It's a damn thing. Pack the cutest outfits, even if they're hoish outfits.
I was so excited too, and like I just started going off of Shein and I bought myself some.
She bought some really cute outfits. I'm very excited for Puerto Rico.
¿Y a quién vamos a mirar allá?
A Raúl Alejandro.
I hope he's seeing this so we can get free tickets.
I am so excited. That's the main reason that we're going. Just to go to a concert, have fun. We'll go to the beach, El Yunque.
Allá sí soy legal para tomar, por si no sabían.
So, Nicole, going back to you being single now, do you plan on being single for a while? Or if somebody comes across your path, are you going to give them a chance?
No.
Okay.
I'm just tired of men at this point. Like,
good job, sis.
I feel like, if I do see a guy, he's cute, you know, maybe like a little, vamos a mensajear por un poco, but I'm just get tired and be
You're
like,
not looking for anything
whatever,
serious,
you know?
right now.
But at this point, I'm just getting my money and just focusing on myself and just being closer with my family, which that's one thing that I'm looking at it now. When I used to be with old boy, I would rather be with him than with you guys.
100%.
And
Literally.
now looking back, I'm like, what was I thinking? Like, I was just so dumb. And now
I don't think you were dumb. I just think you were blindly in love.
okay, yeah, that too.
Do you think that was love?
I mean,
I
look,
think it was just attachment issues.
it was attachment issues, but also like you guys dated in high school. You know, when you're in high school and
It
the
was
person
my
that you're
high
dating in
school
high school, you
sweetheart.
think that that's gonna be like the love of your life for the rest
But
of
like
your
when
life.
you said I love you, did you mean it?
Do you know the definition of love, like genuine love? Like, would you take a bullet for him now?
Now, no.
Okay, when
about
you were,
back then?
what about when
Back then, yeah.
so literally you would jump in front of a bullet for him?
Back then, yeah.
Yeah, you were kind of dumb, huh?
I was.
Like,
No, yeah. Like,
but I think
I just remember telling him this one time, like, because I was just fed up. I was just like, I think I just fell in love with the memories, and I'm just not in love with you no more. Like, it's just the memories. And he looked at me, because he was like, huh? And I was like, yeah. And he just started saying, like, ever since you went to California, like, you think you're all the way over here.
No.
And how you see yourself all the way over here.
you just knew your worth.
And I was just like, no. I was just like, I do see myself as a better version of myself. And if you
Good.
think that,
That you're better than
that
him.
I'm better than him, then that's on you. Because,
Yeah.
like, I never said anything about me being better than you. I just, like, I get, like
You just
said.
knew your worth.
Yeah.
You knew your worth, and you knew that you had more potential. You've been killing it on TikTok. You've made new friends. Like,
Yeah.
And I am a firm believer that when you close a door, a new one will open. Especially like you can fill up someone's cup and they can never fill yours up. And
Yeah.
I think that's probably what happens in a lot of relationships.
And I feel like that was me. Like, I would always, like you said, I would always fill up his cup, but he wouldn't. What did he do to me for my life to be great? Like, if you guys really think about it, nothing. He didn't do nothing to make my life better.
He didn't elevate you or motivate you or would you.
Yeah, he would actually get mad. Like, why are you doing too much? Or like, why are you doing this? Why are you trying to be like your sisters?
That is a man that will
just like,
stop your potential.
Like, calm down. And I would always get mad because he'd be like, you're doing too much. All right, you're doing less. What about it? You're doing less. Get on my level or something. Like, it was just those small comments. They would just get me like irritated.
Well, I'm very glad that you were able to get out of it and now you're here.
Oh my God, did I ever tell you guys how my dad found out?
No.
That I was single. My mom snitched me out.
Oh my God, no way.
Yeah, because like...
Wait, I totally forgot that dad didn't know for a while.
Yeah.
Wait, so what happened?
Because like my mom, she was like, ¿me puedes hacer el maquillaje? And like we were in the restroom and she even had the door closed. So I'm over here and I'm telling her about this one time I was going to go out with my friend Hania. And my mom was just like, pues ya no va a haber a nadie que te diga cosas. And my dad was like, ¿qué? And then I look at my mom and she's like, ¿cómo me escuchó? She was like, ¿cómo me escuchó? A ver, Nicole, ven. I was like, oh my God. So like my heart dropped. And he was like, ¿cómo de que ya no va a haber ninguna persona que te diga cosas? And I was just like, what do you mean? He was like, I'm not dumb. He's like, ¿qué lo que dijo tu mamá? And I was just like, oh, pues ya no va a haber like nobody to tell me something. He was like, ¿y el otro chiquillo? And I was like, oh, he's not in the picture no more. And he just, like, how you guys said, he just went like this. He paused the movie.
Dude, I hate when he pauses the TV, man. He's so dramatic. Como una
novela.
novela.
The movie. He takes off his glasses and he's like, ¿qué pasó? And I was like, I was just like, well, and I just told him, he was like, yo te dije.
Did you cry?
No.
Oh, good.
I didn't cry.
He probably would have been like, ¿para qué estás llorando?
He was like, ¿qué pasó? Que no te dije que esto no iba a llegar a ningún lado, pero tú ahí de terca, tararara. And I was just like, yeah, like, I regret not listening to you guys. Like, that's the one thing that hurts me the most. But, like, now I can finally say that I'm happy and I'm happy without him. He's like, pues así van a ser, así es la vida, Nicole. Uno va a llegar, uno se va a ir, y así es. And I was just like, yeah. He's like, no como la otra vez que te pusiste a llorar ahí al frente de tu mamá y a mí. ¿Qué tanto coraje me dio? And I was like, sí.
You're like,
I was
Simon.
like, sí, Simon. You, like, now that I said that to him without crying, he was just like, okay, está bueno pues, mija. And I was like, see you later. Because that was before work, too.
Oh, wow. I think that we learn so much from relationships, though. It is what helps you grow as a person.
Yeah.
So I don't think that you meet anyone by accident. You don't. Like, you don't cross paths with anyone by accident. So what do you think that you learned from that relationship?
To just love yourself before loving somebody else.
I love that. That is also so true that you can't love someone else if you don't love yourself.
Yeah, because that's what I'm doing right now. I'm working on myself. So, like, that was so hard to, like...
she's over here like, I'm bored.
It was so hard for me to understand that until, like, you guys started giving me advice and, like, helping me out. And I was like, oh, wow, like, I can't love somebody else when I don't even love myself.
But you're working on it.
Yeah, I am.
You're working on it.
I am working on it. I feel way more confident now.
I'm
just like, bah!
Yeah, you're on.
Ciao!
Ay, güey. Che Guadalupana. La Guadalupana. Daphne, what do you think you have learned from... this is no shade towards your current boyfriend. It's just an open conversation that we're having. But what do you think you have learned from your previous relationships? Like, what have they taught you? She's not good with these questions.
I don't know. I'm usually the one that leaves them.
Oh. I need to learn that from Daphne now.
I have no Capricorn in me. If I had some Capricorn or Aquarius placements in me, I would be a little bit more like, bye. I don't care.
I don't know. I feel like I said in my previous relationships, like, I'm the one that's been, like,
Como que te enfadas, like you're the one to leave first.
Yeah, like
But
Como que no te duele,
do
pues.
you think you leave them first so they won't hurt you first?
that too. I'm very like about my feelings. Like I rather.
You rather protect yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then-
That's what I'm
But-
saying. Like, you'd rather leave them before they leave you to avoid heartbreak.
Yeah.
That's not good, sis.
Well, it works.
Okay. We'll just go with that.
But Miss Daisy, are you ready to mingle?
I have been mingling all year, girl.
Oh.
But I mean, like, I've been single for a while, but obviously I've gone on dates. I have, gone through some talking stages. I just think now at my age and at this point of my life, I'm just very cautious with who I actually want to call my boyfriend or introduce to my family. Like, I'm not dating right now just to date. Like, I'm dating so we can be together for a very long time. You know, I'm just ready to settle down, travel the world with my person. That's what I'm ready for. I'm ready to settle down. In the meantime, until that person comes or until I feel like I found it, I'm not going to stop dating, because you just never know. There was this one time where this guy kept trying to pursue me, and he was so annoying, but he was so persistent that finally by like the 5th time of him asking me if he could take me out, I was like, fine. And it ended up being you met him. I don't think you met him.
No.
But I finally went on a date with him, and I was like, oh my gosh, I really like him. And that turned into like a couple of months of us like talking. He came over here, he visited, like he met you and Andrew and whatever. And then I was like, wow, if I would have never gone on a date with him, like I would have never known like how much I actually do like him. It didn't end up working out for whatever reason, but I was just like, okay, like that turned out better than I expected. So anytime like someone comes into my life and they want to pursue me romantically, I'll give it a try. That doesn't mean that I'm gonna sleep with them or like do anything crazy, but hey, like if you want to take me on a date, sure. Like I love dates, like wine and dine me,
I'm honestly not ready to see you in a relationship. I feel like it would change you, and I don't want that.
Why?
I don't want that.
Do you feel like it's gonna take time away from you?
Yeah.
Well, girl, it's my time to be selfish because I give no. Yes. I definitely do think that when I get into a relationship, it's going to change a little bit. Like it'll probably change a lot.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's gonna change a lot.
Well, I mean, it's
toda
just.
tu atención va a ser para él.
But I'm really good at balancing.
No.
I am really good. Actually, I actually don't want to lie and say that I'm good at balancing a relationship and family because I haven't experienced that in years. So, when that time comes, that time will come. Right now, I'm just enjoying life.
Me too.
I'm just
Definitely
traveling so much. I enjoy traveling. You guys know me. I think I feel the most free when I'm traveling because I'm not.
You love being in them clouds, girl.
I do. I love being in the clouds. I love playing my music. And
She's always like, whenever I die and y'all see clouds, like, I hope it reminds you guys of me. I was like, why are you saying that? Like, you're not dying.
I'm not, but I just love the clouds. Or like when you guys see the moon, think about me. I told that to my friend. I'm like, when you see the moon, think about me. She's like, when you see a Casamigos bottle, think of me. And I was like, bitch, that's not as romantic. God damn it. But I love her so much. I know that you now have new friends. Do you think when you're in a relationship, you tend to ignore your friends?
Yeah. And I lost my first best friend
Because you chose a guy over your friend. And
Which-
you know what's something I learned? Like, it doesn't matter how much you love a guy. If you guys break up, your friends are always going to be there. So I think it does bite you in the ass if you completely ignore your friends, because then when you're out of the relationship, who do you have?
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
You have us, but also, your friends are...
The friend that I had, but
she's back in your life now.
she is back in my life. I got so happy. I remember texting my sisters.
group chat.
I'm like, Salali texted me. Da, da, da. You said something a whole completely
Okay,
thing.
wait. I do want to talk about this because Daphne's a little bit more like, she will not look back. If somebody has fucked you over or if somebody has done you wrong, you literally will never look back or think about them or whatever. And I think that's really good. It's like a blessing and a curse because, you know, when that situation happened to Nicole, I'm like, oh my gosh, you see, like now that you're no longer with your ex, you know, she came back into your life.
It was a
Daphne's
God
like,
sign.
I would just ignore her. And I'm like, Daphne, you can't be like that sometimes.
It was
What,
a God
like-
sign.
I'll forgive them, but I'm not talking to you. I'm not trusting you again. I'm not.
I will say you have very bad trust issues once people like
See?
fuck you over.
I mean, everyone should. I mean,
I mean,
I feel like it's just.
I think how you should. I think it's okay to forgive and forget. You can have those same friends back in your life, but you can set boundaries to where, you know, you're no longer as close to them or you don't share full information. But I don't know. I guess everyone's different.
yeah, I don't think I've been like, oh, I'm talking to this friend again. Like,
Never.
And also, I made new friends at my new job. That was another distraction too. So.
Yeah, that is.
yeah.
That is.
I don't
very
know. I
true.
feel like with every friend, if I see like a little, I'm like, let me.
You just have the biggest, thickest wall up ever. Like, you were just so afraid
Like,
to get
how
your
can
feelings
someone
hurt, babe.
break
Like,
that?
it's okay.
No.
Okay, actually, you're right. No, it's not. It's not okay.
Who's gonna break that wall?
Yeah.
Girl, no one's gonna break my wall.
I feel like we try to, like, jump over it sometimes. And we sometimes
real?
succeed, and sometimes she has, like, barbed wire on it, and we're not able to get
real?
through.
She's like, shit, I'm stuck.
But
here.
I just want to say this. I'm not mean because they say I'm mean. I'm really not mean. It's
You're just very intimidating.
No, you're not
Yeah,
like...
she is.
Not,
Girl, take your word back.
not like... She's not, like, mean girl vibes. She's just, like...
Mírame, pero no me toques.
Yeah, like, you're just very, like... I don't know how to... What would be
I'm
the
very
word?
nice to everyone else. Okay. If
Y
you
nosotras?
ask any other person that's met me, they'll be like, "Oh, she's nice," unless me caes mal or something, then I'll make it known. Que me caes
Oh my
mal.
god.
Yeah, it's 'cause she
that
can't
one
hide
time
her
when you
facial
texted in the group
expressions.
chat. Guess who I just seen?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but I mean,
Yeah,
he's,
but I
he's
mean,
known.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
but-
whatever. But yeah, no, we were making this TikTok in the morning, and we were like, every trio has the goofy one,
The mean one.
the mean one, and the sweet one. And Daphne was like, I'm not the mean one, but I'm like, not that you're mean, you're the...
Like, "Rawr, the big dog.
Get up at that dog! Oh my gosh. Wait, okay, now that we're gonna wrap up this episode, I want to ask you guys just some fun questions. If you could be an animal for a day, what would you be?
A dolphin.
Why did you say it that way?
A dolphin.
A dolphin? Why a dolphin?
Because I just want to be under the sea.
Okay.
There's so many other fishes.
I just, ever since I watched Aquamarine, and like she does like this little trick, like the little whistling, and then the little dolphin
Oh,
go.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
I get
I
seahorse.
Why?
Because of her neck or why?
Oh, at this point, y'all just hoeing me, man.
Complain.
They,
Daphne,
they
what?
say I have an apple.
Just show them.
Nicole! Daphne, what
I think I was
animal?
just meant to be a guy.
No, girl. What animal would you be?
A butterfly.
A butterfly. Why?
Because she's pretty. And she
Butterflies are males.
Oh.
I'm playing. So I don't know.
Like, how do you know?
no, and then they have like their process like evolving, I guess, or like
Oh, like
growing.
from a caterpillar.
What?
What is wrong with this thing? A caterpillar to a butterfly.
Yeah,
right?
and they're just like free, and every single time I see one, I'm just like, it makes me happy.
So you want to fly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to fly?
¿Y tú?
I would be an eagle because I would be at the top of the food chain and I can go wherever I want around the world.
Wait, what eats a butterfly?
I do.
A frog.
A frog does eat a butterfly.
Well, I'll make sure to be you.
Who gonna eat me? Nobody.
A shark would.
dolphin.
I don't know. I don't know what would eat
A shark?
dolphin. Second question. Who is your celebrity crush?
What if he's watching this? I mean,
Girl,
it's just
he
a
knows.
crush. Like,
I said celebrity crush, not TikTok crush.
Yeah.
Oh. You see? I saved you there, girl. You're welcome.
Period.
Period.
I say my celebrity crush.
You better not copy me.
I'm not. Girl. I feel like it would always be Michael B. Jordan.
Really?
Really?
See?
You never talk about
Well,
him.
yeah, you never talk about him.
A mí
And
se me hace
by your
bien
dating
guapo.
history, it doesn't seem like it.
Yo sería Alejandro Spitzer.
You love that man, huh?
I do.
He is so fine. He is so fine.
I do.
Babi.
Ese es
No,
otro.
I know. Jesus, I know who Alejandro is, and I know who's H. Sí sé quién
Well,
son las
my
diferencias.
celebrity crush is Young Miko.
Ella sí está bien guapa.
She is so pretty.
She
I saw her in
is.
Puerto Rico and I was like,
Tiene cara. de
oh my
que le
God, she's
gusta.
so fine. But if you guys could trade lives with a celebrity, who would it be?
It would be Selena Gomez.
I always thought you kind of looked like her when you were little.
Yeah, I would always sing the song "I Love You Like a Love Song" baby, by her. I don't know.
She's beautiful.
I feel like
We love Selena Gomez.
her life has just been amazing. Well, I don't know how it actually is because she maybe might have problems or whatever.
What did she say?
I don't know what she just said.
But I would just love to be her.
You would love to be in her shoes for a day.
Yeah.
Okay. Daphne?
Me, Kim Kardashian.
Oh, we love Kim. We
Yeah,
love an
I
entrepreneur
do.
queen. She's a Libra queen.
Period.
Yeah,
We love
I
it.
love her.
Oh,
Everything.
if you could trade lives with one of the Kardashians, who would it be?
Kendall.
Kim K.
I think it would be Kim as well.
Kim or Kylie?
I would be Kendall.
Yeah, you do give me Kendall vibes.
Oh.
You should. Would you ever do modeling
Yeah. I got a text.
for a modeling agency? I think that'd be so dope.
I remember I registered for one, and they were like, "You have to be 5'7" or like taller." And I was like,
You're like, I'm 5'1".
and I still put 5'1", and they reached out to me. They were like, "Sorry, we're like, damn."
How tall are you, Nicole?
Wait, what?
How tall are you?
5'3.5".
With heels, you'll be like,
5'6".
yeah.
5'5", 5'6".
Girl,
I
first
just
learned how to
depends
walk
if
I
in
think
heels.
you're taller than 5'3", no? Or is Destiny the tallest?
Destiny's the
Destiny is
tallest.
the
She's
tallest.
5'4".
Really? She's
Really?
like my mom's height, though.
Yeah,
mom
I
is,
think
like,
it's 5'1", 5'2", 5'3.5", and like 5'4.5"
5'4.5",
or
maybe?
5'4.5".
I don't know, but
Maybe.
I guess this wraps up the first episode of Daisy Diaries. I just want to say thank you to my sissies for being on here. I feel the most comfortable
Thank
when
you
I'm
for
with them.
having us here.
Wasn't this fun?
It was.
Would you guys come on here again?
Yeah.
Yes.
Period. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode of the Daisy Diaries, and I will be seeing you guys next time, maybe with another guest. Thank you guys for listening.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
We should dance.
Girl,
Girl,
what the fuck?
this is a podcast, not a YouTube video.